Hello again, guys and gals. Welcome aboard. Well, it's been about what? Year and 3 months since I did a video. Sorry about that. Kind of took a break. And I got people saying, Chad, just do some more videos, would you? We're tired of looking at the same old thing. Well, I'm going to go make a video of the same old thing, just flying around. All we're going to do today, I want to check out, make sure that my autopilot is working everything I needed to do as far as doing approaches and stuff like that. Just passed a buddy of mine coming in here, Michael. He's a surgeon over here at the Quad Cities, like a trauma guy, wound specialist or something. He's got a Dakota. There's only 3 Dakotas here, and he's got one of them. Davenport traffic. Dakota 1 automatic taxi from the T's, runway 33 Davenport. So we're going to ease that way. Take off 33. I'm going to shoot the RNAV back into 33. Just for giggles. I got so busy this last summer. I did a whole lot of flying. I just didn't do no filming. Sorry about that.
Instruments, green. Autopilot, configured.
Well, now, you know what? I got a man on my checklist. I don't know how that happened. Evidently, I did it and didn't know about it, but I don't like it.
Pilot, configured. Fuel selector, fullest tank.
All right, well, we're going to stop that business because I ain't into all that kind of stuff. I did some updates on stuff. I guess something changed it back to what it was. So we'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Fuel selector, carburetor heats cold, primer's in and locked, mixture set, propellers full forward, seatbelts are button, flaps I don't need, trim tabs. They're neutral. Controls, I've already checked those are free and correct. I've already checked my DG tracking. My ball and slip skid, I've already checked it. Doors closed and latched. Cockpit fan is off. Brakes are released. Henning bug is set. Altimeter, let me grab that again.
9er Celsius. Altimeter 3025. Remarks. Density altitude -1.
3025. All right, I got that in there. Transponders at 1200. Fuel pump, IFR condition, supply pitot heat. Volume set medium. Put the spurs to this mule. Y'all know I like that business. All right, coming up to runway 33. Normalize, do a mag check. Okay, time, instruments, trim set for takeoff, heading bug is set, seat belts buckled.
Runway 33.
Oh, I got to listen to that kind of business? Man. Davenport traffic, Dakota 1 automatic departure, runway 33. Departure to the north-northeast, Davenport.
Runway 33, 5,400 feet remaining.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I got a hawk right down the middle of the runway. He needs to get his his business going somewhere else. Would stop. He stopped and perched right on the doggone landing light. Well, fuel pump is on, landing light is on, mixture's rich. We'll keep an eye on him. Here we go. T's and P's are all green. Airspeed's alive. Put the spurs to this mule. Cold weather flying. Make you feel like you're a bigger man than you really are. All right, flaps are retracted on checklist there. Prop, we can reduce that now. Usually I don't come back on manifold pressure, but I ain't going but to 3,500, so no sense burning all that business. All right, landing light, that's coming off, strobe's off. Over to Quad Cities.
Go to 6919er Mike, approach.
100 Mike, go ahead.
Do you want flight following at all off Davenport? I do have practice approach doing the ILS. I'll be joining final here about 4 minutes.
Yep, I was just fixing to call you. I'm going to get flight following and head up toward the northeast here toward Clinton, and I'm going to do the RNAV 33 back into Davenport, full stop, starting at Urari.
Go to 19er Mike, squawk 4545 and see altitude.
4545, 3,000 for 3,500.
Dakota 19er Mike, radar contact 2 miles north of the Davenport Airport, quad studio altimeter 3024, and verify it was RNAV 33 Davenport via Euror.
24 in the meter and everything's good to go for 19er Mike.
Copy, thanks.
I got the 140 Sir Foxtrot, line assured.
The joys of
Got the
ADSB.
Sir Foxtrot, radar service terminated.
He saw an issue coming before I even called him. Technology's great, isn't it?
St. Francis in Peoria for 140 Sir Foxtrot.
Look up to Sir Foxtrot, Rogers, advise this frequency when airborne.
Roger, advise this frequency 140 Sir Foxtrot.
All right, fuel pump's coming off. Leveling out at 3,500. We'll go to heading about 130.
Skyline 28 Yankee, 6 miles from Otel, turn left heading 180, maintain VFR cleared ILS
Yeah, we'll go
15,
land a
approach
P.
Davenport.
Left turn 180, clear for the ILS 15 at Davenport, 28 Yankee. Quad City approach, Skyhawk 344, Juliet Echo, VFR flight following to Moline, we're at 5,500.
Is that 3, what was the call sign again?
It's 344 Juliet Echo.
Sky 344 Juliet Echo, roger. Did you have information Lima, and are you inbound full stop?
We can get information Lima, and then we're going back to Dubuque for Juliet Echo.
On a touch and go, or just a full stop taxi back?
Touch and go, please, for Juliet Echo.
Sky 4 Juliet Echo, roger that. Just advise when you have information Lima, and enter left base runway 9er.
We're advising we have Lima and enter left base runway 9er for Juliet Echo.
All right, cruise checklist. Prop is set. Fuel pumps off. Mixtures lean a peak. Engine parameters are all normal. Verify the fuel flow. Enjoy the flight in the mule.
Skyline 28 Yankee, radar service terminated. Squawk VFR frequency change approved. There's traffic approximately 6 miles northeast Davenport Airport, southwestbound 3000 indicated.
Squawk VFR, frequency change approved. Thanks for the help. 28 Yankee. Quad Z approach, Warrior 254 Tango Papa, with you at 4,500.
Warrior 254 Tango Papa, Quad Z approach, Quad City altimeter 3024.
3024, 4 Tango Papa.
Carburetor heat's in the yellow zone. The carburetor ice, so we'll keep an eye on that.
4 Juliet Echo, has Lima.
Sky 4 Juliet Echo, appreciate it, thanks.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and activate the approach. Turn that heat down just a touch. You don't hear me say that often, I can tell you that right now, because it's been below zero up here. Woo! You know, I don't like that business. All right, my next altitude is at or above Aurora. It's my initial fix, 3100, so I'm going to dial that down to 3100 now. We'll start going down here shortly. $2,200 on the prop, 22.5 or so on the manifold pressure. I'm at 62% power. And my indicated airspeed's 116 knots, ground speed 127. True airspeed of 119. So I'm getting 146 miles an hour over the ground right now. At 62% power, that's pretty good. And we got a little tailwind, quartering tailwind, 14 knots. So I'm getting about 10 of that. I'll be glad when things green up. I do like the seasons here. I'm not used to that being from Louisiana. Everything pretty much green all the time down there. About now they get a little brown, you know, but it doesn't last long. Here it's just totally different. Everything's total brown. And boy, when the spring comes, once you get past all that nasty mud from the melting snow, the colors just come out. It's great. Fall's wonderful too. All right, I'm gonna set my 650 up to flight plan page because I like the information it gives me. So I'm 5.5 nautical miles now from Aurora, which is the initial approach fix. So I'll start going down vertical speed of 300 feet a minute. Try to time that.
Cherokee 19 Mike, maintain VFR, clear the RNAV 33 approach into Davenport Airport.
Clear for the approach, 19 Mike. cleared for the approach. I'll hit the approach button on the autopilot here shortly. You could hit it now, but a lot of times when you're coming in for like a localizer, an ILS, and you got to run green needles, getting to it, you're running GPS to it. And then sometimes I worry about that catching the glide path, a false glide path too far out. I don't like that. So usually I'm headed in and I'm on an established part of the procedure.
1836 Foxtrot.
When I'm established on the approach at any point, then I'll probably hit the approach at that point, the approach button on the autopilot. Because remember, hitting that approach button on the autopilot, that just activates the approach to the autopilot. That just gives you vertical right there. Because the approach is already activated in the 650XI because I'm going direct to Aurora, the initial approach fix. And a right turn to 262 in 7 seconds. And we're at 3,100 feet right now, which is where we're supposed to be, at or above. Run that heading bug over to 262. That's where the course line is. And there's the Davenport. I got into the sight way out there off the right wing, but right here you can see the Moline Airport, Quad Cities Airport Class Charlie. And so our next fix will be Zaret at or above 3,000, and that is right on the edge of the approach into the runway for 27. So it's pretty neat to be able to come over Class Charlie like that on an approach into another airport.
Dakota 19 Mike, was this going to be a full stop?
Full stop for 19 Mike.
Roger.
All right, we got 5.5 nautical miles left to go to Zaret, which is our next fix at or above 3,000. So I'll go down to 3,000 now. And again, I apologize for not doing videos. You know, I needed to take a break, and all those armchair quarterbacks were just making me a little uneasy with myself. So I decided, you know, I'm retired. I don't have to deal with dum-dums anymore. I don't get paid to do that. So I said, well, why you want to deal with it? I'd block them. You know, they'd say something. You ain't doing this right. You ain't doing that right. Armchair quarterbacks. I said, I don't got to put up with that. I block them. I just said I'll just take a break. So I did. But you can believe one thing. This summer, me and the Dream Catcher Cowgirl, we're going to eat up some places. I got all kind of trips planned. Branson. We just got back from Marco Island, Naples. We're going back down there too. We're going to go to Gulf Shores. We're going to make another trip up to Mackinac Island. Oh yeah. And we're going to film that. She wants me to film it too. She enjoys it. She enjoys letting the kids watch it. She likes to watch it with me sometimes. And you can see Quad Cities is right there, the airport. Right off the nose, about 12:30. We'll go ahead and turn the landing light on so the tower at Quad Cities could actually see us real good to know we're fixing to just make a right-hand turn toward the final approach fix. All right, right turn to 332 in 7 seconds. And there's the runways for Quad Cities. They're not busy today. If they were, I wouldn't have done this approach out of respect. Those guys and gals down here, they're really good about, you know, working with you real nice. Most controllers are, you know. They got a job to do too. When you do something silly or negligent or stupid, they might catch your attitude with you, but hey, that's everything in life, right? Don't take it personal. That's like when a cop stops you for speeding. Well, were you? All right, I'll go ahead and hit approach mode now, and then I'm going to verify. Put your button on this thing on the autopilot, you verify. I'm going to center up my heading bug. All right, scoreboard, GPS, autopilot, altitude 3000, glide path is in Q. Scoreboard agrees, GPS agrees. 2700, at or above, it's going to catch it, but I'll go ahead and tell it to go down to that. And I got 4 miles to the final approach fix. I'm going to keep my speed up to get on away from Quad Cities here, just in case I got some folks coming in, just out of courtesy. It is a beautiful VFR day, so no big deal about going a little too fast. If I was IFR right now, or on a flight plan, I would already be slowing down to 90 knots for sure.
Dakota 19 Mike, squawk VFR, frequency change approved. Appears to be traffic on about a 4.5 mile final for 2-1 doing the VOR approach. Unknowns intentions after that. And you have a nice day.
All right, I'll be looking for him. 19 Mike, we'll see ya. All right, we're getting, let's see, 2.5 miles to the final approach fix. He's already let me know that I ain't interfering with nothing they got. So I'll go ahead and start slowing her down. About 15 inches of manifold pressure right off the bat. Davenport traffic, Dakota 19 Mike, 8 mile final, RNAV 33 full stop, Davenport. Okay, 1 mile to the final approach fix. There's my flat speed, flaps 1.
Illinois Valley traffic, Skyhawk 70 Golf, entry midfield left downwind 36, Illinois Valley.
Gas is on the proper tank. Fuel pressure's verified. Undercarriage is down and bolted. Mixture is set. Prop we can get now. Seat belts buckled. Landing light is on. Verify runway 33. Glide path is active. Glide path is alive.
Davenport traffic, Skyhawk 12441 is 3 miles to the northeast, flying the VOR 21 approach. We'll be circling to the left, entering a right base for runway 33. Davenport.
Davenport traffic, Dakota 19 Mike, 6 mile final, RNAV 33 full stop, Davenport. All right, we got to watch that.
Illinois Valley traffic, Skyhawk 70 Golf train, left base.
Should have plenty of time.
Illinois Valley.
There's my 90 knots. Second stage of flaps. Glide path is captured. And again, gas is on the proper tank. Fuel flow is verified. Undercarriage down and bolted. Mixture set. Prop is full. Seat belts buckled. Landing light is on. And we're going down. Missed approach is 3,000 feet.
Sky 70 Golf. Davenport traffic, Skyhawk 12441 is on final for 21. We're actually going to circle to the left for a left downwind for runway 33, Davenport.
And Davenport traffic, Dakota 19 Mike, 5 mile final, 33, Davenport, full stop.
Burlington traffic 069 Yankee Kilo is on the VOR 12, circle land 36 outside of Adel, the initial here.
Illinois Valley Traffic Pipeline 732 Whiskey Delta, 7 miles north of the airport. I'll be overflying 2,000 feet for a pipeline inspection, Illinois Valley.
All right, I'm looking for him. I don't see him. I'm at 90 knots. Davenport traffic, Dakota 19 Mike, 3 mile final, 33, full stop, Davenport.
Runway 33.
Davenport traffic, Sky 12441, entering a left downwind for runway 33.
I don't see him. I'm looking for you. I don't see you.
I can extend my downwind for you, 12441.
Okay, I'm going to keep looking for you. I got my landing light on. Just let me know. Oh, I got you in sight now.
All right, copy. You want me to extend 12441?
Yeah, we'll be passing threshold about the same time, so I think you'll be fine. There's the Eagle. Davenport traffic, Dakota 19 Mike, short 2 mile final, 33, full stop, Davenport.
$500.
All right, full flaps, I'm gonna take over.
Davenport traffic, Warrior 254 Tango Papa is 7 miles to the north.
Davenport traffic, Sky 12441, turning a left base for runway 33, Davenport.
That looks like old Doc is in his Dakota waiting on me on the ramp there. All right, we'll brake and get out of this guy's way. I don't like doing that, eating up my doggone brakes, but we're cutting it pretty close. All right, landing light is off. Davenport traffic, Dakota 19 Mike, clear of all runways, taxi to the T's, Davenport.
Davenport traffic, Warrior 254 Tango Papa is 5 miles to the north, maneuvering for a left downwind for runway 33, Davenport traffic.
All right, we'll put our trim back for takeoff. Always a good practice to do. Here we go.
Davenport traffic.
What a beautiful day to fly. I tell you what, I hope I remember how to edit in DaVinci Resolve. They done updated that doggone software like 4 times since the last time I used it. I might have to make a cheat sheet. I don't know what all the buttons do no more. Shame on me. I'll get it. I'll get it.
Davenport traffic, Skyhawk 12441 is clear of runway 33.
Davenport traffic, Warrior 544 Charlie Alpha, departing runway 33 at Alpha 2, departing to the north practice area at Davenport.
Well, that wasn't a Dakota. That was a student going to eat up the skies a little bit. I thought that was old Mike Burchett, but it ain't.
Davenport traffic, Skyhawk 12441 is taxiing to Rev Aviation via Alpha.
Davenport traffic, Warrior 254 Tango Papa, entering left downwind for runway 33. Davenport traffic.
Always good to fly. Well, Dreamcatcher Cowgirl, she had to go into town, do a few things. Time is all this business taking place. 1:30. About 2 o'clock, she'll be ready to go eat. So I'll put the plane up, snap it all together, and go grab her. We'll go do a little din-din. I'll go home and probably, I don't know, if I got it, this is what, 30-minute flight? It'll probably take me 4 days to do the editing on this. We'll see. I hope I'm going to get back into it. Start putting some more videos back out. I enjoy it. Till I don't. All right, guys and gals. I'm back at the hangar. Put this old mule back up. Give her some oats. We'll see you next time.
Davenport traffic,
See ya.
544 Charlie Alpha, departing to the north, Davenport.